Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. I'm Erin and today we are doing the deck of panning update for March. So I have two rollouts, which is very exciting because that means I get to draw two more cards. So this is a panning game that is created by Emily and Max. I always have her link down below with the game board and her intro video so that if you want to join in or if there's any confusion about how this project works, you can log on and see it from her. So what we basically do is we have a deck of cards and then there is a game board with prompts that Emily shuffles the prompts every month. So even if I pick the same card that I might have had last month, it'll be a different prompt. And so with that prompt, we pick a product from our collection and we set a goal to be able to either use it up, usage goal, hit pan, whatever it is. What I really love about this project is that you can tailor it to fit your own needs for your products, your collection, just your makeup usage. You can really just make it fun for yourself, and that is why I love this project. So like I said, I do have two rollouts, but let's go ahead and look at the products that I have made progress on, and then we'll do my rollouts so that we can pick new cards. So this first product, it has been in since the beginning of the project, and that is my Paula's Choice Glowy SPF. This was for a 10 of Hearts, which was a glowy product, and so again, this is a glowy sunscreen. And so let me look at my panning journal. So it looks like I have used this 24 times since last update, and I've used 16.42 grams. I will have like pictures popping up if it's comparisons or just pictures and weights for all of my products, but I did use up almost 16.5 grams of this. We're getting very, very skinny. I'm able to kind of like squish the product down. And let me see, we're about there on this product. So I'm anticipating maybe another month, maybe month and a week. So we'll see if this will be a rollout for next update. Also today I have some cold brew coffee, and so get a sip of that and we'll go on to the next product. Next we have this NARS lip product, and this was drawn in for the 8 of Diamonds, which is a favorite color. My favorite color is purple, and so this is a very purpley mauve shade. My goal is to use this either 3 months or finish it. And so 1 month down, 2 months to go, but I ended up using this 7 times with 0.9 grams of usage. So I almost used a whole gram of this product. And actually what I've been using this for is I've been using this as a cream cheek product. So anytime that I had a purple or cooler tone look that I was doing, I was using this on my cheeks. There is quite a bit of windowing in this product, and I think when I kind of twist the wand around and put the wand back in, the actual like dense product is only about down to here. All of this is just kind of sticking to the side of the tube. So I'm going to use this as much as possible over the next month and possibly remove the stopper. And I am confident, famous last words, but I'm confident that I'll be able to use this up before my 3-month period. My husband's watching a movie out in the living room. Hopefully in editing I can kind of bring down any background noise, but if you hear anything in the background, it's either the dogs in the hallway or it's him watching his movie. But the next item that I had drawn in was this Wet n Wild bronzer stick, and this was for the 5 of Hearts, which was a wild card, which is basically I could pick whatever I wanted. So this here, let me roll it all the way down because this was brand new whenever I rolled it in, and now I've pretty much flattened it out from the domed product. I'll also have my screenshot coming up here with my actual measurements from my panning book, but I did use this 20 times and I ended up using 1.61 grams of this product. Typically in the past when I've used these products up, it only takes me about 2.5, maybe 3 months to go through this entire product. Let me roll it all the way up so you can see how much is left. There's not a whole lot of product in these. I mean, for the price, it's really good. This is really about 3 months worth of usage for me, but there is where our bottom is. So if you can look at my tally sheet, then you'll see that it's probably about 3 months, and then this will be rolling out. But otherwise, I really love this product. It's a good one for me to just kind of pick up whenever I'm getting sick of my cream bronzers in a pot. So I do like this product, but this is something that I'll be happy to kind of be done with it so I can go back to my Holy Grail. So my 2 rollouts. Let's start with the one that was originally rolled in, and so that is going to be my Pat McGrath and Bridgerton face palette. So this was rolled in for the 7 of Spades, which was an Oh the Shame product, which is basically something, because Emily has a like drawer of shame or something like that, where she has products that she's brought into her collection, but she hasn't used them yet. And so I brought this in the fall of last year, and I had hardly used it. So this is what it looks like on the inside. You have these 2 blushes and the highlighter. And so my goal was to use this palette 15 times, and I did go ahead and I hit that goal. Mainly I used the 2 blushes. I am trying to pan a highlighter right now, so I kind of left this alone. But I did get 8 uses last month, and then the 7 uses this month for my total of 15, so I'm able to roll this out. And the next product that I'll be rolling out is my Natasha Denona Metropolis palette. I did draw this in for the King of Spades, which is a Splurge product. And so this is not only the most expensive palette in my collection, but the most expensive product in my collection. So my goal for this one was to do a no pan left behind, and so this is what our color story is looking like. And I'll have a picture popping up, and also with my little graphic that I used to check off my shades. And so I did use some shades in February, which will be marked off with like a pink marker, and then the rest of the shades were used up in my marked usage. Now, for the past 2 weeks, I have been exclusively focusing on this to get it out because I really wanted to roll another product in and not leave like 6 shades still hanging out there. So as you can see from the color story, there's a lot of golds and bronzes, so I ended up with a lot of looks that are kind of similar, and actually kind of similar to what I'm wearing today, but I'm not wearing this palette. But I really enjoyed, I was kind of skeptical about a lot of these like blue shades, and then also these darker, what are these? These are like the cream to powder shades that Natasha Denona does. I really enjoyed those for liners, and so I would just take a very small liner brush and do a little winged liner with it, and it was such a wonderful like pop of color. So if I had a really brilliant like goldy bronze shimmer all over the lid with a bright blue liner, it looked so beautiful. So at least I know that I'll be able to get use out of every shade in this palette because I was able to use them, see how I like to use them, and really see how they perform on the eyes. Overall, I love this palette. I'm glad I picked it up whenever I did. Is it worth a splurge? Probably not. I did end up getting it with a coupon, so I didn't pay full price for this, but overall, I'm glad that I was able to use every shade and that I was able to familiarize myself with this palette. Alrighty, so now we have 2 roll-ins. I will have the game board kind of popping up on the screen right now while I pull it up on my computer. And so the face cards stay the same, but she does shuffle the number cards. And so I have my deck here, and let me see where my joker is. There's my 1 joker, so we leave 1 joker in the deck. Let me go ahead and shuffle these, then I'll cut the deck on camera, and then we'll pick 2 cards. I wonder, is there a match your shirt on here? Matches eye color. I don't think the shirt one is on here, but it's okay. If I get a blue, it is what it is. I don't really wear a whole lot of blue, especially because a blue would probably be an eyeshadow. I don't wear a whole lot of blue, so let me just see what we get. So I shuffled my cards a couple times. We're going to go ahead and we're going to cut the deck, and I can't see what these are. So our first card is going to be, I'll show it to you, and then I'll look, a 5 of hearts, which this is metallic. Probably just an eyeshadow, but I will have to think about what I want to do for the 5 of hearts. And then our next card straight off the top is Nine of Clubs, which this is a matches eye color. Okay. I will have to see what my eye color is today. I am one of those people that my eye color kind of shift with what I'm wearing and maybe what eyeshadow I'm wearing. So let me go check to see what color my eyes are today, and then let me go ahead and pick a metallic out of my collection. All right, so I made my picks, and apparently I am a glutton for punishment. That is what I'm saying for this. So with metallic and then matches eye color. So again, my eyes are kind of like a steely blue-ish shade today. I don't know. Like I said, depending on what I'm wearing and what light I'm under, and my eyes can change color. But so let me go with metallic first. So what I decided was, let me wipe this off because this is very reflective and it has lots of fingerprints on it. So I pulled out my Too Faced Chocolate Gold palette. So this palette is primarily shimmer and metallic shades, and it has 4 mattes over here. So what I want to do with this is kind of, again, like a no pan left behind. I want to use every single metallic shade in this palette in an eye look. And so that is my goal for the metallic prompt. And then I think that this is where I've decided that I'm a glutton for punishment, because for the prompt matches your eye color, I pulled every single palette out of my collection that has a blue, and my goal is to use every single blue in my collection. So let me clear off my desk real quick. Let me pull my palettes up and we'll go over the palettes that I am going to use. For a shade that I don't really care for, I have quite a few palettes. So let me just pull off the top and we'll see. So I have a blue in the Pat McGrath and Darth Vader palette, and it is this dark kind of black blue over here. So I'll need to use that shade once. Then I have the ColourPop in a Trance. This has 2 blue shades right here. And this one up here is a little bit of a blue duochrome metallic, so I'll add that one in there too, but I'll need to use all 3 of these blues. Then, let me make room for me to stack these up. I have the Pat McGrath in Bridgerton, which has this blue shade over here, so I will use that. I'll pull back out the Metropolis because there are 4 blue shades in here, so the 4 blues I'll use out of this palette. Then we have the Naked Wild West. Let me make sure my brush doesn't fall out. So we have the 2 blue shades in this palette that I'll need to use. Then I have my, is it Night Flower or Night Bloom? I always forget, but the palette from Lethal. So this has 2 blues in it. This one up here is kind of almost like a denim blue, so I might add that one in, but overall the 2 blues and maybe the denim shade in this one. Then we have the Urban Decay Stoned Vibes. This has 2 blue shades in it, so I'll use these 2. We have ABH Norvina, and this has the shade Soul in it. I consider that a blue. It's a little bit of a purpley blue, but it does lean more of like a denim blue, so I'll use that shade. Then we have the Natasha Denona Zendo. This has, I would consider 2 blue shades. The other ones lean more green, so I have 2 blues in this palette. And then our last palette is going to be the Natasha Denona Pastels, and this has 2 blue shades in it as well. So let me do some math real quick and count up how many shades I'm going to need to use. So there are 21 blue shades in my collection, so I will need to work these 21 shades into eye looks over the next, hopefully, this will probably take me 2 months. I don't know if I can wear blue eyeshadow every single day over the next month, but I will go ahead and I'll see if I take any pictures of eye looks. I don't typically do that in the mornings. But if you guys are interested in me taking eye looks of these blue looks, maybe I'll post them on my Instagram. I did post a blue eye look over there that I did with the Metropolis palette for this past update. And so that's my goal. Again, a lot of eyeshadows. Typically, I don't like using this product or this project for eyeshadows, but that is just what the cards that I drew is telling me that I need to do. So what I will end up doing is I'll compile a list of everything. I'll put it in my panning journal so I can keep track of everything. And those are going to be my goals. For next month, as far as rollouts, I'll be rolling out some of these palettes, but I don't suspect that I will be rolling out any of my core products like the sunscreen, the lip product, or the bronzer. I think those are going to end up staying in, but we'll definitely have some palette rollouts for next month. So if you like this style of video, if you also are doing deck of panning, let me know down below how you're doing with your project. If you want to see more from me, please subscribe, hit the like button. I really do appreciate it. I have absolutely loved coming back onto YouTube and doing these updates. I hope to catch you guys in my next one, and I'll see you later.